guess it's time to get going. With that said, I'm Chachi Sanchez, and welcome to VR Citizen. I'll be your guide through the verse. Thank you guys so much for doing the voodoo that you do. And with that said, IAE Day 3, Aegis Combat. Let us get to the Expo Hall floor and see what's what. Another beautiful day. Let's ride. Ooh, we're at Olisar. I think it's just easiest to... yeah. Alright, let's get to the Expo. I know, suicide's a very tactic subject, but it gets us from A to B a lot faster. Oh, the VR. That's what you're OMGing about. Yeah, this is old hat for me. I've been doing this for years. I'm the VR guy for Star Citizen. I got all the tutorials and setup guides and videos on my YouTube channel. And I just make VR content late at night. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Glad you could hop by. Alright, reset. And then... blah. I love that you can see the spaceport up there. Well, if the damn thing wouldn't rotate. And now we're in a tunnel. Damn it! Tunnel's safer than when Tressler comes out of orbit for a visit. What is this, a Gundam episode? We throwing space colonies on Earth now? Microtech? Alright. November 20 to 21st, Aegis Dynamics. Let's get down to the Expo lobby for Apex Hall. Zephyr Spark, thank you so much for following. I really appreciate it, buddy. Welcome to the verse. Today's featured manufacturer, Aegis Dynamics. Let's go watch a commercial. Yes, it is. I was like, this is the Eclipse bomber, isn't it? Good old triangle of death. We can fly in low so they don't see us on the radar. Good old size 9 torpedoes. Huh. That's odd. Surgical. Be heard, not seen. I like it. We see front and center with the Reclaimer. The giant salvaging ship. Again, I know the Vulture is going to have the whole stripping feature, but I know that I thought that the Reclaimer was going to be meant for bigger, better things. So I don't know if its front arm can just do the simple stripping, or if it was meant to like literally saw ships in half and whatnot. But either way, we got the Reclaimer front and center, Saber Comet, and the Saber. All the holes are filled today. We got the Warden, or the Vanguard Hall. Very big fan of the heavy fighters. We got the Avengers, the Redeemer, Warlock, and Titan. We got all the Gladiuses and the Hammerhead. And then, of course, the Eclipse and the Tally. I forget they make both the Eclipse and the Tally. The best bombers in the verse right now. This little bad boy is meant for stealth fighting. Created as part of the Masters of Flight series in conjunction with the Flight Sim Arena Commander, the Comet pays tribute to famed pilot Captain Kamur Daileon for his work with Aegis to usher in a new era of combat ship design. This Saber, it comes equipped with a specialized dogfighting focused loadout and a custom special edition livery honoring this iconic ship. And so yeah, it's got the digital war paint, as you can see. Pretty slick. Combat variants include, I think, these giant cannons, which are meant to shoot out ammo, so they're not laser-based, which means it's a lower SIG profile. tuned stealth coating, I believe, dampener signals. So yeah, basically going to barely be seen on the radar. Great to accompany the Eclipse as a fighter. Okay, buddy. Dude, really? You're hogging the thing. Yeah, don't look at me. You know what you're doing. Alright. Part of Aegis Dynamics Phase 2 of new ship models, the Saber was designed as a space superiority fighter for those situations where you need to leave a lighter footprint. Designed to be a rapid responder, the Saber is more than capable of establishing battlefield dominance for any number of combat scenarios. And yeah, this is basically same thing, but you know, it's got full laser repeater loadouts, more weapons, louder profile. I think a bit more combat armor on this, but just, you know, your standard variant. I do like the rear end, and the engines are pretty sleek. It's a nice looking ship, not a bad light fighter. Okay, and then let's literally talk about the elephant in the room. When I get up to it here, I have to literally crane my head up to see the top of it. I never noticed the exposed wiring here. That's a little bit sabotage influencey or sabotagey. I just got the business model. They sell weapons to use and ships to clean up. Weak point. That's what I was exactly what I was thinking. They should cover that up. But yeah, no, that's exactly what Canadian Breeze said. They got the weapons to blow shit apart, and then they sell you the big toys to clean it up with. I've flown these things. These are basically like a boat that's piloted by an elephant carrying a party of rhinos. It is incredibly slow and nearly impossible to get out of the atmosphere depending on the gravity of the planet. And even if you do get it moving, it's gonna be a while. However, the articulation on the gigantic landing gear is always a sight to behold, especially when it comes down for landing. It really, really feels like it's a gigantic behemoth of a ship. Oh, and special feature on the inside. Man, it is enough for one person, isn't it? What a kooky elevator. Ah, yes. Look at it. Can anyone say the Nostromo? Alien or aliens? It looks very, very much like a Scott Ridley type ship. You got your living quarters and whatnot over here. Captain's quarters. He's got a fancy chair. Private bunk. He's got a view of the landing gear. So yeah. Pretty swanky little place, and yeah, it looks like it's straight out of an alien movie. You're expecting somebody to... Wow, textures. Hello. You're expecting somebody to have a chest buster after a friendly meal of noodles right there. Sponsored by Big Benny's. Okay, let's get out of here. Ooh, also, you get to look through the window and see stuff get chomped up in there. I really hope that, like, big old parts will drop down there, because this thing is meant to saw stuff in half and, like, move it around with gravity guns and then turn it into bits and bobs. So, yeah, when that thing gets online and up and running... Nope, that's not it. Where is it? This? Yeah. So yeah, Aegis Reclaimer. Focus, heavy salvage. The Aegis Reclaimer is an industrial salvage ship equipped with a reinforced cargo bay, long-range jump drive, and launch pods for unmanned drones. Reclaimer is an ideal ship for taking advantage of deep space wrecks, tractor beams, floodlights, scanner options, and docking ports around... Oh, sorry. That's not... Okay, yeah. Takes it... The Reclaimer is an ideal ship for taking advantage of deep space wrecks. Period. Tractor beams, comma, floodlights, comma, scanners, options, and docking ports round out the tools on this capable utilitarian spacecraft. Hard to catch those periods sometimes. All right. But yeah, short and simple, because this big guy is taking up most of the space. Pretty much all of the space, actually. I'm very surprised at how they fit these things in here. In fact, how did they get this in here? Ooh, my two favorite and only bombers. Well, I guess the Hercules is in the game, so that counts. But that's purely bomber. When I say bombers, I think I mean torpedo launchers. These are basically torpedo ships. But yeah. Stealth bomber. Aegis Eclipse is a bomber designed to get in and strike before it's even spotted. After extensive service with the UEE, this high-tech military equipment made its civilian market debut in 2947. And yeah, I mean, y'all saw the commercial. Y'all know what's up. Honestly, it doesn't even need to fold its wings up, but it is nice that it does that because it builds in the landing gear, as you can see with the angle split, and it makes it a little bit more compact and able to fit more of them side by side. So if you're needing internal hangar space, and that's an issue for your bomber variants, well, look no more than the Eclipse. However, if you got money and room to spare, then, well, the Retaliator is the pick for you. This is basically based off of the B-2 Lancer, I believe. Not stealth bomber, but just, you know, the modern day bomber. The B-1 bomber, yes, sorry, I was about to say. And I live out nearby Dias, the actual B-1 bomber Air Force base. Yeah, the B-2 Lancer's the stealth bomber. That's the triangle-shaped one. That was made in the 60s. The B-1 is, yeah, Superjet, super awesome bomber. And these things would kick ass. Okay, dude, could you just move? Ugh. Retaliator bomber, yes, thank you. It is a heavy bomber indeed. Move your finger. One of the United Empire of Earth's most powerful warriors, Aegis Dynamics Retaliator is a fearsome weapons platform designed to strike and kill capital ships. A key portion of the UEE's power projection, Retaliator squadrons have served with distinction against outlaws, the Vandal, and elsewhere. So, funny thing about the Tally is that it's only got the bomber/torpedo variant right now, but the bomber bay will be able to be removed, and it is modular apparently, and you'll be able to put like science equipment or like scanning stuff inside of there. So yeah, the Tally itself is a modular platform, but currently the only variant is the bomber torpedo unit. Fun. Okay. Welcome to the heavy fighter room. Yeah, these are the vanguards. We got the Warden, the Hoplite, the Harbinger, and then the Vanguard. The Warden, Harbinger, the Hoplite, and shit, we'll find out in just a sec. If I can think about it, I'll let you know. But here's the Harbinger. This is the one that I used to prefer the Warden itself. But now, Sentinel, that's the one. Yes. The, what do you call it? Interdictor. Has, interdiction platform on it. But yeah, I used to be a fan of the Warden itself. Their main, regular go-to heavy fighter. But I've recently started picking up the, Harbinger instead. Its focus is a bomber, because it's got some size 5 torpedoes that it launches out of the side here. In fact, I'll show you right now. So instead of just your standard array of extra military gear or whatnot, right here we have this gigantic torpedo bay. And these size 5 torpedoes, which basically take up the whole length of the ship on the interior. You got access to 3 of them in there. And that's pretty cool. Oh, and on top of that, the turret is an extra size larger than normal, and not only that, it is equipped with rocket pods, the only other ship in the game besides the Mustang military variant to have them. Now, you can take those rocket pods off of the ship, but they will not accept as a turret place on other ships. The only thing that can use those is that turret. I haven't actually shot them myself, but it's still pretty cool. Anyways, the Vanguard Harbinger is Earth's standard fighter bomber. Converting the standard Warden's escape pod into a potent bomb bay, the extended range of the Vanguard and the relatively small profile mean that it can go where Carrier-based ships or larger strategic bombers won't, or don't, strike hard and then make it back to the base. So yeah, long-distance fighter type situation, but bomber variant. And here we have the Hoplite, which is a dropship. Cross between the Warden, but it's just got room for a bunch of peeps. This is a pretty solid unit here. Extra weapon slots and whatnot. Oh, and here's something really cool. That's a little panel that is for stuff and things and junk and whatnot. Also, there's the shield generator in the back, I believe. Or the jump drive. So yeah, regular old Warden here. Hard-charging bulldog of a fighter, which features extensive forward-mounted weaponry designed to tear through the shields and armor of other spacecraft. So named because their multiple jump range allows them to form the vanguard of any military expedition. Vanguards have seen extensive service against the Vandal. And yeah, like I said, long-range jump drive, so they're able to do a lot more heavy fighting than a tiny fighter ship, escort ship would. And yes, all of them feature these specific ship-based 4-way cannon mounts. Those are size 2s, and there's four of them on every single War or Vanguard model. They come in anything that you could want, including laser repeaters, laser cannons, weapon like ammo, like what is it? Ballistic cannons, ballistic repeaters. They got distortion versions. So yeah. Vanguard Sentinel is a ship that's designed to fight smart instead of taking enemies head on. Conversion features an AR cockpit, external E-war pod, decoy missiles, and a set of EMP charges. Vanguard Sentinels often provide necessary combat support for combined operations. A lone Sentinel is frequently paired with a Harbinger bombers and Warden escorts for long-range attack missions. So yeah, that means that if you're a military contractor, you're going to need a whole fleet of all the different versions. And yeah, it's just got all the electronic counter-warfare stuff. But as you can see, the insides are a modular platform that they can kind of put together as need be to make the ship variant design. I love that they already have these in-universe Expo events. Very cool and very fun. Alright. Avenger Titan. Light freight. Lacking prisoner cells of the Stalker or the EMP generator of the Warlock, the Titan's hold is free to carry cargo. Couple that available space with the Avenger's tried and true combat abilities, and you've got a light cargo hauler that's more than capable of handling itself in a fight. Say the line again, it punches above its weight class. But no, this is basically the light fighter model for Aegis. And, pretty beefy of a boy, considering it's not just a cockpit-based only ship. Just like the Warden, you could walk into the back, go all the way through to the actual cockpit itself. So, having actual interiors is kind of nice. There's no turret, though, because it's just, single-person fighter only, but each variant has their own tricks up their sleeves. Like this one, which has prisoner pods. I mean, extra people can sit here. It's got missiles. So yeah, the Stalker, Interdictor. Initially designed as Aegis' frontline carrier ship for the military, the Avenger Stalker took a different path, ultimately having a long and storied career as the standard patrol craft of the IAE advocacy. Utilizing its cargo hold for prison transport, the Avenger features a sturdy, reliable hull and the capacity for larger than expected engine mounts. I was about to say, you could become like a flying yeah, if you did that, you'd be like a flying food truck. Wouldn't be a too horrible of idea. And then we have the Redeemer here, which is the Star Citizen fan-made gunship. Take water. Thank you. So, yeah. Star Citizen had a contest. Oh, I threw it away. Oh, darn. Anyways, they had a contest way back when to have the people of the verse design a ship. So, immediately they created a gunship. Oh, but it could also carry people. Oh, and then it can also do this and this. Oh, and it also has a bunch of turrets all over from my friends. And basically, when you design a horse by committee, this is what you get type of situation. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I kind of love it at the same time. Where is the little plaque? There we go. Designed by Aegis Dynamics, the Redeemer is a powerful fighting ship capable of holding its own in combat. With a powerful weapons payload dotted with turrets and missiles, the Redeemer also doubles as an armored landing craft capable of delivering soldiers to the front lines. Oh yeah, it's also a landing craft. It's just ridiculous. There's a second level here. We got an upper decker over here. So yeah, strangely enough, all of the soldiers are up here in the top, which makes absolutely no sense. They don't have access to the cargo ramp or can't get out of here quickly and effectively. This ship is just ridiculous. It's got these things. Yep, those are there. Alright, we got the Warlock. Maybe shield? That's what I was thinking. They remind me of the Matrix, the little electro repulsor pod technology that they have. Except there's only two and they're on the top, so it definitely isn't that. Avenger Warlock. Focus, interdiction. The Warlock was built towards a single design philosophy. Stop ships, don't destroy them. Probably the closest to a non-lethal fighter, the Warlock is outfitted with a bearing REP-8 EMP generator, capable of emitting a powerful electromagnetic wave to disable any electronics unfortunate enough to be within the blast radius. Hey, Snarfster. Good morning to you, buddy. I'm finally back on my late night schedule. Got a nap in earlier today. As we walk through the interdicting field, which clearly requires spinning magnets to work. Oh, this is it. This doesn't go to the ship. Why do they let you just walk into... Well, I guess to maintain it? I don't know. But anyways, here's the open coil field. So that's all interdiction tech and stuff that you could stick your hand into. That's fun. And then, yeah, that's right. These are the light fighters. So that's... Oh, yeah. So this one has a ladder. All of them have a ladder. But also, all of them have a door that leads up to the pilots. Interesting, but instead of a door, that one just basically has a giant interdictor in the back. I like how it's a non-lethal takedown, yet it's got a minigun on the front. I guess you need something other than distortion cannons that only do electronic damage. Are you liking IAE so far? I'm loving the red tint and the fact that Drake is stealing the show. I am very, very happy about that fact as a Drake fanboy. The Avenger Titan Renegade Light Freight. Created as part of the Masters of Flight series in conjunction with the Flight Sim Arena Commander, the Renegade pays tribute to famed pilot Danny Solomon for his notable work in the advocacy to bring justice to Bremen. This Avenger Titan comes equipped with a specialized dogfighting focus loadout and special custom edition livery honoring this iconic ship. And yeah, so custom loadout on this bad boy. It's got a sweet-ass gold, yellow kind of tint livery to it. Just, you know, one of the Masters of Flight series variant. Oh yeah, gold and blue on the top wing. It looks like it's got that ablative shielding from the shuttle. Aegis Gladius, the light fighter. Gladius is an older design which has been updated over the years to keep up with modern technology. In military circles, the Gladius is beloved for its performance and its simplicity. A fast, light fighter with a laser focus on dogfighting, Gladius is an ideal interceptor or escort ship. And yeah, that's just, tried form and function. This is one of the older units, one of the older fighting units of the UAE Navy, besides like the F7 Hornet, basically. Especially now that they've all converted from using F7s to F8 Lightnings. The light fighter created as part of the Masters of Flight series in conjunction with the Flight Sim Marine Commander. The Valiant pays tribute to famed defense pilot Condi Hilliard for being part of the first human on record to defeat a Vanduul in combat. Gladius comes equipped with a specialized dogfighting focused loadout and customized special edition livery honoring her iconic ship. Awesome. First to kill a Vanduul. I like this. It's got the little symbol on the back. But yeah, this looks the most like, this and the Hornet, I would say, look most like what modern military fighters would be, except if they were space fighters, to it. But anyways, that brings us to the Hammerhead, which we are all very familiar with. These are all the big giant bounties that we do. It's the Blockade Runner. Is this the only one? Really? You're taking up the only plaque, guy? Heavy gunship. Fast patrol ship with multiple turrets designed to combat fighters. The Hammerhead is easily suited to support larger capital ships in a fleet or act as a flagship for fighter groups. And that's the great part about this. Yeah, this is basically a flagship for a fighter group, or it could be great escorts for a capital ship, being able to take on a bunch of different fighters. Oh, there's a plaque over here. How fun. So yeah, that thing's fun to fly. Great to get your friends in and just go turreting and do bounty missions with. Everybody gets a gun. What's in the holodeck? I think we got a mine layer. Is that Aegis? Yes, it is. We have the Nautilus, the mine layer. 4 centuries of distinguished service under its belt, the Aegis Nautilus tactical mine layer represents the ultimate in strategic combat engineering, with a fully integrated mine deployment, sweeping, and disarming capabilities. And yeah, I love this. Like, alright, so what does this ship do? Well, it does mines. What do you mean? Well, it lays them, it can detect them, and it sweeps for them and deploys them. So, like, if you got a mine problem or need to make one, this is the ship for you. Very interesting looking design, too. I imagine it'll be about as big as a Hammerhead. Landwards are so 25th century. Space mines are where it's at. Then you got this little shuttle-like ship, the Vulcan. Medium. Oh, that's right. This is the repair ship. Yes, it's got repair drones that pop out the side, I believe. And refueling, yes. Refuel, repair, rearm, reload. Become a one-person support crew with Aegis Dynamics versatile Vulcan. Supplying aid to pilots and... supplying aid to pilots on the fly, whether pinned down under heavy fire and in need of ammunition, low on quantum fuel after an ill-planned jump, or stranded in unknown space with a busted thruster. Pilot in distress can always count on a Vulcan and its cadre of drones to lend speedy, efficient assistance. I believe, like, the drone bays either open up out of these little doors here, or there's, like, a little module on the side or bottom that, like, has them somewhere. That against them. The more the merrier for the verse, isn't that right? And they certainly got more than merrier here. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the tour if you're checking it out on YouTube. We'll be back to regular schedule after the daily uploads of each manufacturer's Expo and a tour in VR from it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, thank you for the voodoo that you do. Until next time, stay safe and fly right. Alright, cool. Fun. Let's go blow stuff up with the Corsair.